Thanksgiving, the most wonderful time of the year, when uncles and nephews trade subtle barbs about life choices and political views, and the Cowboys give us all indigestion. The Cowboys are 1-3 in their last 4 Thanksgiving games, their only victory against Washington in 2016. So now it's 2018, Washington still has a racial slur as its team name, and the Cowboys are probably going to win again. I'm not optimistic because I believe that the 5-5 Cowboys have exactly found their groove. I really don't. Although going 500 in this division may be enough. But because the Cowboys are going to be playing Colt McCoy! And if Colt McCoy gets hurt, they'll be playing Mark Sanchez! Last week, Alex Smith got Joe Theismann 33 years to the day after Joe Theismann made Theismanning a thing. And actually, I guess Lawrence Taylor made Theismanning a thing. Regardless, Alex Smith suffered a horrible leg injury, and Washington lost its starting quarterback. Smith was having a horrible game before that injury, but Washington is absolutely worse off without him. I mean, still, he was terrible Sunday. He had a 29 passer rating. Nathan Peterman's career passer rating is 32.5. But I digress. Everyone who has ever watched the NFL knows exactly what Alex Smith is. He's good enough to win the division with Andy Reid, and was probably good enough to win the division with Jay Gruden. Don't bring up the playoffs. But now, Washington goes from being a randomized roster from Madden 2009 to being a randomized roster from NCAA Football 2006 on PlayStation 2. Adrian Peterson and Colt McCoy in the backfield in 2018. That's what the Cowboys have to be. Washington is fine. There's a whole mess of teams in the middle of the league, and Washington and Dallas are both there. This game on Thanksgiving will help decide who gets to claim the higher spot. In the NFC, it's the Saints and the Rams, and then the Bears, and then, like, everybody else, and then the Giants and Bucks and Cardinals and Niners. Keeping in mind that Alex Smith was the quarterback throughout all of these games, Washington's wins this year are at the Cardinals, at home versus the Packers, at home versus the Panthers, versus the Cowboys, at the Giants, and at the Buccaneers. There are some quality wins in there. They play pretty well at home. They won on the road a couple times. They also lost at home to the Colts before the Colts actually got back on the horse, no pun intended. They got crushed at New Orleans. No shame in that, but they did get crushed. They lost at home to the Falcons, who the Cowboys just beat, and then they lost last weekend to the Texans as they lost Alex Smith again to said Theismanning. This is a team that's up and down. Remind you of anybody? Maybe the same team that Washington is playing on Thanksgiving? It's a mire. Everyone is in the muck. The Cowboys just need to grab Washington by the shoulder pads, use them for leverage, and then rise a little bit farther out of the tar. If you think you know what to make of the Panthers, Vikings, Seahawks, Packers, Falcons, Lions, or Eagles, just wait a week, and then you'll know for a fact something completely different. It doesn't make sense, but hey, it's good news for the Cowboys. Dallas obviously isn't going to be getting a first-round bye in the playoffs, but a win on Thanksgiving, and they're the new favorite to the NFC East, and I would say that's something to be thankful for. I'm Joshua Brisco. This is Know Your Opponent, only on Phantom.